Well, I've been an active participant in scrawling and writing my name since I was young, about like 10, 11 years old, kind of trying to mimic what the older guys are doing on the block and what I seen outside my parents' window while driving around New York. Plasma Slug came maybe 4, 5, 6 years later after using letters for some time. I went on vacation and went to Amsterdam, and as soon as I got off the plane, I was like, what does all this graffiti say? What is it saying to me? It's not saying much. I don't even understand the language. The lingo is different on the wall, the slang. They always say graffiti is like a language that only speaks to the writers, but it was like a different language, and it didn't connect with me. And I was trying to say to myself, how do I resonate with that? And it doesn't resonate with me, but this is my life. I do letters. So what are people going to see when they see my letters? They're going to see how I'm feeling right now. So instead, I started seeing a lot of characters and stories and comics and a whole bunch of style of images all over the place. And that really resonated with me, and I wanted to do something like that. So around 2003, 2004, sorry, I came up with the character while in Amsterdam and was so fascinated and wanted to bring that same passion of spreading out this character like an ant and putting colonies all over the city, that when I came back to New York City, I didn't see anything around that was similar, that was hand done. It was all like computer printed obey stuff. And when I came back around 2003, I just went at it full Plasma Slug and never turned back to letters again. I try to stay away from them. The real New Yorkers kind of don't, the real New Yorkers that don't do graffiti probably won't even recognize it as something awkward or different. The way people look at graffiti is gonna always be what people put out. So it's like, there's beginners, how do they feel about beginners art, and how do they feel about stuff they don't understand, and how do they feel about mural art, and then you average all that together and you find a good opinion, and they probably like it and don't like it. Critics are gonna always critique, and I guess if they respect it enough, they might try it themselves and see what they can add and how better they can make it since they're critiquing it. Mysteriousness is always going to win. You want to do something that means something to you and get away with it as much as you can. My goal is to have people see my work and say how awesome it is, but at the same time understand how awesome it is that they're there also. Like, location is key, I'd say 90% of the time. So I want to try to put my artwork in a place where people stumble across it and it makes their day that much different. You know, they could have just walked past it. It's not easy, but that's my goal right now, is how genuine can I keep it? I'm super authentic, I'm super struggling, and I'm super thriving at the same time. And I'm so human that at times I feel like I don't know how I'm doing all this artwork. It's kind of like manual labor kicks in. I'm like, wow, hour 2, hour 3, you got 8-hour days just putting layers on paintings with no promised set fee, but the passion that I've been having for over a decade plus. So I mean, what do I have goals for, is to just stay here, stay relevant, and keep it genuine.